Other people get moments of what they refer to as doubt. One time they had on Facebook, they had this guy supposed to be real smart, and he said, "The problem is stupid's cocksure and intelligent is doubtful." And you're like, what? How can intelligent be doubtful, dude? Intelligence is wisdom from faithful love. Yeah, that's not doubtful. Okay. Hi, I'm a faithful lover. I don't doubt being a faithful lover, because if you're not a faithful lover, you'll mass murder people over things like make-believe money. Okay. And do I sound stupid and cocksure? No. Okay. Do I sound doubtful? No. Okay. You wake up every morning, right? After you went to Sierra Vista in your hometown, they tell you in Sierra Vista, they lead you to believe that, they've been watching your whole life, and they give you these books. Read these, They did it in a subliminal type of way. They didn't really do it. They like they do everything. They have no integrity. They don't come up and just ask you, well, "What do you make of this?" Well, what do you think? Like Sammy Singer. What do you think? Well, Greenspan's an idiot, and I'll tell you why. And the one document that's been most read throughout time, and people still, Dad got mail today. Bible prophecy in the news. It's like, oh shit. Okay, how about we forgive the debt and trespass and love one eternal faithful piss there, and then not worry about the Bible prophecy in the news? Didi, get out of my laboratory, right? Racer D. That's what Patrick saves it. Kate says she likes that too. Yeah, that one made me laugh. Samurai Jack, not into it, but Dexter's Laboratory was very funny. Okay, it made me laugh really hard. It was very cute. Dexter. And Didi's hilarious. Didi makes the show. If there's no Didi, it wouldn't be funny, right? she's so Natalie. She is. But oh yeah, so Natalie. I gotta touch up all these. I didn't see that. There's a lot of spots that were supposed to be dark, and I missed. I think what we'll do is we'll make the dark the same as we do the windows and the doors on the church, and then we'll just put in those dark little patterns around it and put in a little light, and then we're almost done. And then we'll take it and spray the gloss on it and put it next to the. It's tolerable. It's not done yet, but it's there. It is. It's not, I got to finish the Mexican and American flags, and I got to put the H64 on it and all that good tappy stuff. But it's getting there. It's taking my time. And so I just want it to be bright and colorful and seasonal. So that's what I wanted it for. And so it's a work in progress. It'll do, pig. It'll do. But the thing I do is, I told Dad that too, it's true. I wake up, every morning like, why are these people still so fucking egotistical and in conflict and stupid? I'm sure Judah Krishnamurti and Haile Selassie were very similar. Why? What the fuck? What do they not get about the whole forgive debt and trust God? Okay, it's not. It doesn't make any sense at all. Okay. What these people are doing with these, they make no sense. Okay. Like an emotional woman who's attached to things, they make absolutely no sense at all. Okay, that's like a large percentage of the populace, especially everyone on TV. And you'll sit there and watch these commercials, and this helps with your memory, Fred. It's like, why would you want to remember Fred? The only reason you know Fred is because you're stuck in extortion and exploitation. Don't even have meaningful relationships with the people in your own house because they're a trained consumer off trying to remember who Fred is and taking privilege to do so. It's like, that's insane. I know. They say in the books and stuff that when the 13th, 22nd Redeemer appears, he'll eliminate almost, all disease and all mass murder and teach people to be gracious, good shepherds like Muhammad, Daniel, and Jesus, and Joseph, and and it's not just me exclusively. I'm just redeeming the true teachers of the past that were assimilated to you. So like we talked about with the Last Samurai thing today, right? And so that's all I'm doing, right? And it's obvious when they talk about, let's watch some Shogun and all. Like, no, I don't watch Shogun. They already made that back in the 1980s, and it was probably a little bit better in the 1980s than the new one, because the new one's a little bit more politically and a little bit like the new Mulan, and the old one, the old cartoon was better, and the Aladdin and the old cartoon was better. And I haven't seen Little Mermaid, but I'm pretty sure the old cartoon was better. The old cartoon, the old cartoon. So no, seriously, but I'm serious about that too. Old Bamboo, I like that one. Yeah, so, shitty bang bang, damn car. But yeah, Emily really liked that movie. I did when I was a kid. Well, Benny Hill is a toy maker, and I like the little chuchi face. It's horrible. Okay, it's absolutely horrible. He's trying to kill her, and she's trying to kill him, and they're running around. You're my little chuchi face, and it's a children's show, right? And he almost killed her. Nope, and you're my teddy bear. Together we're an itchy witchy boochie witchy pair. And it's like it's not funny. It's like trying to celebrate philanthropy through our dysfunction and keep it going, kept it going till, and you're like it's yeah, it's that crazy. Okay. So you're like, fuck, and most people that are literate, especially people that study, because they said that they studied it and they followed the things, and I know in this town, people at church buildings and stuff, all professionals that call themselves religious people in this community have all been given a chance to recognize me publicly as the Messiah. And they've all either, they totally disregard me and don't acknowledge me, or have completely, like the pastor, the dad called from Anna, still I talk to, and she, oh no, Ralph, Allah's the devil and Satan, and because your pastor said so. The same one that ripped off all my kids' childhood memories when I trusted them because I was irrigating 10 years ago. I wouldn't trust that guy. Okay. But you're like, why do you still trust him? Why do people still? But Rockefeller set these people up. I know David Rockefeller's had a virtual presence in my life my whole life. He's seen and knows more about what happened in my life than my own parents. Okay, because he had a virtual presence. He was the head of espionage and spy networking. Okay. So he thinks he knows me better than me, and they do. They all think they know. I tell people that, they know what you're going to masturbate to when you wake up in the morning. They play music. When I'm in there playing the basketball stuff, it's like, this is another one that they did with the Jennifer Lopez. I was like, okay. These programmers and coders so need to be stopped. It's wrong. I'm a 4-year-old little boy, still being tortured by perverts that have a virtual presence in my bedroom because I'm talking to Jesus and Jesus is talking to me. Okay, guys, one thing for sure, Jesus is not God. He doesn't have a plan for your life. He came, he gave you the faith of the Lord's, he gave you the Lord's Prayer to return you to the faith of Father Abraham, and you guys said, kill him, and he's going to pay for all our bad deeds, and we're going to go live in a magic place in the clouds. Oh, wow, how very much kind, James and Constantine of you. And so you guys got to understand that. Okay, what you think you believe in, it makes absolutely no sense, and it's complete gibberish. That's why I rejected formal religions and corporations and stuff my whole life. When me and El Haj Malik El Shabazz had that conversation during college, and I had prayer, and I'd connect to him, and he kept trying to convert me to, quote, Islam, and I was like, no. From what I saw socially through the social groups that consider themselves Muslims, it works really good for men as far as having good companionship, and there are women that try their best to be virtuous and try their best to be modest and be faithful sexual partners for an entire lifetime. That works great, but it doesn't work good for most of the women because most of the guys seem to be really controlling, aggressive, abusive jerks, and the women, some of them, seem very sweet if they're not really gorgeous and pillars in their communities. They're really gorgeous and pillars in the communities. They're very self-righteous, indignant, and think they're full of themselves because they think they're so much better than other beautiful women because they don't make a public display of their gorgeousness. And so it's like, fuck. Do you want to deal with that? No. I dropped out of the Mormon Church. Yeah, Mormon churches aren't not as bad. No, in the Mormon Church, they're a little bit better about that. And trying to make all the girls feel inclusive and feel pretty and feel lovely, and there's less snottiness and stuff in the Mormon Church, seriously. Because if you get caught being snotty, boy, they kick your ass. What are you doing, bitch? They get after you, so you have to really try to be genuine. You have to really work hard. It's a constant, hey, God's watching, and so is Steve Young and David Rockefeller and George Soros and the League of Nations and the United Nations and Paris Summits people and the people at NYU, Tufts and Tippecanoe and Tyler too, and Oxford and Cambridge and blah 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 blah. Man kills and God loves. That's not true. The Lord commanded us to love one another. God gave us the life of sacrifice, and at the end of life of sacrifice, you die. But it's not killing. Okay. But I was just doing that to fuck with people's heads because they're assholes. He's crazy. He says everything wrong. It just got to trap you in hell and then leave the room. It's kind of like I'm telling you, this is a cyber lion's den. And I know Rockefeller better than Rockefeller knows Rockefeller. Because he was watching me and judging me and manipulating me, and I was aware of it. And when they told me everything that happened, and I went to Sierra Vista, and okay, my whole life makes sense. My wives aren't crazy bitches. The people that set up the surveillance network and the espionage and where Eagles dare are crazy bitches. Yahweh. Okay, so NASA's full of crazy bitches. Walking on. They know they are. If they don't know they are, then they're not going to live through this. Their technology is going to have to kill them. And then they've been doing genome sequencing to eliminate people from the face of the earth. And they're setting up themselves to eliminate themselves from the face of the earth because they're a threat to the species and the earth. And you love people. You can't save them from themselves. Okay, guys, I love you. I'm going to go to bed. And this takes probably 2 hours to load. 2 hours. See if in 2 hours they can correct themselves. Wake up in the morning and probably ask, what the fuck is wrong with these people again? Okay, I love you.